What's up, you guys? I don't know if y'all have heard, but um, and shout out to Lovely T. I got this information from her Instagram. Go follow her on Instagram. Her Instagram is Lovely T underscore underscore. Okay. So I always knew that men had to register to be in the service when they registered to vote, but this seems like something different. This seems like we're actually going to be going to war and they're preparing. I believe in the past the age was 18 to 35, but it seems they have dropped it. I don't know if we just have a lot of unhealthy men in the United States, because you guys know that we don't have free health care here. So I don't know the health status of a lot of the men here in this country, but this is, what's going on right now. So I'm going to read what is on Lovely T's her Instagram, and then I'm going to read what's on Fox News's website. And I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about this too, because I mean this is serious. This is real for a lot of people. You know, you could be going to war, you know. And I was just thinking about this yesterday because obviously we have a lot of old people in politics here in this country, and I was thinking about the power transfer and who's going to be our new leaders for the next, say, 40 years. In 40 years, who's going to be our leaders? Because I don't know if I see the current political structure being upheld with a lot of nepotism and a lot of racism and stuff like that. And I was thinking, like, there's a big possibility that the American population is just going to get so fed up with the way the country is being ran that we could have a civil war, you know? So this is what's on Lovely T's Instagram. It says the House of Representatives passed a measure on Friday automatically registering men aged 18 to 26 for selective service. It was part of the annual National Defense Authorization Act, NDAA. And y'all, I swear to God, as I'm reading this, my stomach is like bubbling. Like, I feel the worst feeling ever right now. I'm like, my stomach is churning right now because this is so crazy to me. Um yeah, and it goes on to say, which sets out the US government's military and national security priorities over the next fiscal year. This year's NDAA authorizes not 895.2 billion in military spending, a $9 billion increase from fiscal 2024. While it hasn't been invoked in over half a century, it's mandatory for all male US citizens to register for U.S. Selective Service, also known as the military draft, when they turn 18. Failure to register is classified as a felony and comes with a host of legal challenges. Supporters of the amendment argue that it would cut down the bureaucratic red tape and help U.S. citizens avoid unnecessary legal issues, as well as cutting down on taxpayer dollars going toward prosecuting those cases. Okay, what are your thoughts? That's what Lovely T wrote on her Instagram. And so I she just posted this like a couple of hours ago, and I haven't seen anybody talk about it yet. So I went on Twitter. I didn't see anybody talking about it on Twitter. I really didn't search on Twitter. And then I went on Reddit, and I feel like a lot of Gen Z, which this is the Gen Z that they're talking about going to war, 18 to 26, that's Gen Z. That's, that's totally Gen Z. And a lot of them seem like they're in denial. They think that it's just stuff somebody made up on the internet. Like, people literally believe that this is fake when this is not fake, news outlets wouldn't be reporting on this if it was fake, okay? So this is for real. A lot of them think that a lot of the Gen Zs on Reddit think that this is because of Biden and people should have voted for Trump because they feel like Trump was trying to keep the peace with Putin and North Korea and all those kinds of countries. You know, um, I think I'm just gonna go on Reddit because I don't think I'm gonna play this video on Fox News website because I don't want them striking my video or anything like that. But they basically said the same thing that Lovely T said. I think they're all getting their information from the same place. Um, yeah, so while it hasn't been invoked, yeah, so I read that. Supporters, I read that. Yeah. So I'm also seeing transgender people on Reddit asking if they are going to have to be included in the draft. And from what I read on Twitter, if you are female to male, you still will have to be going into the draft. You are not excluded. But if you are no, if you're male to female, you're still going to be excluded. So basically, if you were born a male, you still have to go. But if you were born a female, then you don't have to go, basically. Because I seen a female to male transgender on Reddit say um, that he hasn't changed. He changed his gender to male on his driver's license, but he didn't change it to male on his birth certificate. So he's like, oh, am I still gonna so they know when it comes to war, they know what their gender is, you know but yeah, so I'm actually just gonna go on Reddit and type in military draft so y'all can see what people are saying, because I want y'all to see for yourselves what people are saying. Okay. I'm going to smell for the first time. What does that mean? I was born. Oh, wow. That's cool. Okay, so I'm going to type in military draft, and then I'm going to go from new. I'm going to go new. Okay, so see, people are talking about it here. Left wing male advocates, military draft is crucial. And see, here are the I guess this is a liberal turned conservative who's blaming Biden. I'm gonna let y'all see what he says. Yeah. Okay. In a minute now. He basically says he has always been anti-war, and that was a primary reason he used to be on the left. When it came to Trump, he spent his presidency prioritizing de-escalation of U.S. conflict across the globe between Middle East, North Korea, and Russia. Trump held firm economic foreign policy, being the first method of the yeah. Blue voters hated this irrationally, so he's blaming the left. So they've begun the blame game already. Whose fault is it? It's both party's fault because we couldn't get together and agree and come together and be a stronger country together. People in power thrive, divide and conquer. When everybody's divided, that small group, that small group of people still in power, they're buddies, okay? When they get done arguing for the public in front of the public, they all go to dinner together. They all hang out. They just act like they don't get along in front of us. That's why I'm saying, are their kids going to be involved, or are they going to make their kids some kind of military general where they won't have to be on the front lines and stuff like that? So I don't know much about war. I know people go to war and don't come back, but um hold on. Yeah, I don't know much about war. I don't know how they fight it or you know anything like that, but I guess a lot of people is going to find out. So let's continue reading. Um okay, remember when they said Trump would start World War 3? But y'all got to remember that just because we have a Democratic president, we still have Republicans that hold some level of power in the government. We don't have everybody's not Democrat in our government just because we have a Democratic president. That's how abortion got banned and or not banned, but restricted and all that stuff, because we have majority Republican Supreme Court justices. So, you know, y'all can't just get on the internet with y'all egos and playing the blame game. Y'all have to really get serious about politics and learning about politics and putting people in politics who have integrity, and not just in the US but worldwide. Like, the whole world is in a crisis. Look at Congo. Look at Sudan. Hello. Look at Gaza. Okay, look at Afghanistan. Look at the leadership in those countries. It's all corrupt. All of it is corrupt, okay? We have to have some leadership with integrity if people don't want to keep going to war for no reason, losing their life, dying for rich people. That's really what you're going to be dying for, a rich person. That's it. We have to really be serious about world peace and get these corrupt leaders all over the world out of office, all over the world. We need strong men to stand up, men with integrity, not men who want to control women and have their egos, and they want their narrative pushed. We have to get those people out, and we have to shun that, because now it's serious, okay? Like, we can't continue to allow people without integrity to run countries all over the world for materials, for iPhones, for jewelry, for electronics, for gas. And we can't continue that. We can't continue that. That's how we in this problem that we have here, with people suffering all over the world. Okay? And somebody said no diversity in this photo for a reason. So, I mean, hey, I don't know what that means. I don't know what he means by that, but I'm pretty sure they're going to make everybody go to war. I guess everybody who's healthy. Like, y'all got to remember, you can't go to war if you're not healthy. If you have medical conditions, I don't know if they're going to make people go to war anyway and ignore the medical conditions. But I know typically in the past, if you had a medical condition, you were not eligible to go to war. And I guess that's why they want people 18 to 26 to enroll in the draft, because you really are pretty healthy at that age. I know for me, I didn't start experiencing health issues until I was 27, honestly. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's like some kind of medical milestone or something like that. But hold on again. Hold on one second. Hold on. Yeah, maybe that's some kind of medical milestone, but eh, yeah, you pretty much are fairly healthy at the age 26. And I did kind of read somewhere that people in general in the US were getting unhealthier at younger ages than boomers um and Gen X, I guess, because like we really have a strict no free healthcare system in this country. And a lot of people, if they are sick, they will not go to the doctor because they don't want that medical debt, you know. And in some cases, they the doctor may not even see them. So, we dealing with that. But, we'll see. We'll see, you guys. But that's all. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Oh, you know what? Actually, I did want to look on Reddit a little bit more. Okay, because I wanted y'all to see that Gen Z does not believe that this is true. See, this is the Gen Z subreddit. I just saw on TikTok the military draft is enabled. Also, a possible war coming up. Is this true? Honey, should I be worried about this? I'm a 21-year-old healthcare student. I'm not trying to fight. And there's a lot of Gen Z who does not believe this is true. They said, stop believing ish you see on TikTok. Okay. And somebody else said, is it not true? Did the U.S. House of Representatives not pass a bill for 18 to 26-year-old men and possibly women for selected service? And see, anybody who questions it, they downvote them. Look, anybody who questions, anybody who suggests that it's true, Gen Z ain't trying to go to war. They ain't trying to go to war. Newsflash, all men 18 to 26 were already in the selective service program. The only thing changing in the bill is having it be automatic without signing a document versus signing a document under penalty of jail. Okay, whatever that means. This is how stupid people get radicalized. I don't know what that means either. See, people like to say stuff like this. They they don't say anything. Like, this is how stupid people get radicalized. I don't know what that means, honey. But we live in a country that has laws and structure in place. So, radicalized or not, if they say you got to go to war or you going to go to jail or whatever, you got to go to war. Okay? I don't know what that means. This is how stupid people get radicalized. Can somebody tell me what that means? Can somebody help me? What's that mean? I don't believe everything you see online. See, they don't believe it. They don't believe it. Do people have any critical thinking anymore? I feel bad for people that are this fragile. If you lack the basic understanding of selective service requirements as a 21-year-old with access to the internet, you should not be involved with healthcare. There will not be a military draft in 2024. How do you know? How do they know? Like, there's a lot of stuff that is what do you call it? Like highly classified in the military. You really don't know. You don't. Your chances of getting drafted before and after this measure being passed is the exact same 0. Really? That's insane. That's crazy to me that these people really think that this country wouldn't put them in a war. And they so confident they saying that the chances are 0. And this is the Gen Z subreddit. So really what do they know? Honestly, what do they know? Um of course they think they know everything, but yeah, historically the US has used the draft. We are nowhere close to the same situation now, and the implementation would be political suicide. Yeah, exactly. Duh. Duh. A lot. Is does Gen Z not pay attention to all the complaining that people are having about the economy and healthcare and food and and water to a certain degree? Is Gen Z not paying attention that people are blaming politics because of that? There are a lot of people that want a political suicide. People want that. Like, I don't wish war on people, on anybody. I want war all over the world to stop. But seriously, these people in power don't give a fuck about you. Okay? They only give a fuck about themselves, their families, and living the good life. And they already live the good life. So, in a way, they don't care about political suicide. They don't care. Stop freaking out over nothing. The amount of posts by adults 18 to 30 who are freaking out is unnerving. I get it's a scary topic you may not be well informed on, but for someone who's a healthcare student, please act like you've done some research. What does this person get out of insulting the guy who is just simply asking a question? A lot of y'all need to be fucking asking questions. You don't need to just act like you know everything. That's very dangerous to act like you know everything. That's very dangerous, honey, cuz you really don't. This person says probably not select. So a lot of them they saying don't believe everything you see online. Then this person says women involve women too. Okay, there are women in the military, number 1. The draft isn't coming back. The law just means okay, whatever, whatever, whatever. I mean, I'm not pretending like I know what's going on or what's going to happen, honey. That's why I'm over here reading and trying to see. The U.S. military, I want to see something with some comments. This person says labs and millennial. I'm done. I'm done. I clicked on this and it had some comments on it, but they weren't popping up. Okay. But that's funny though. Not labs and millennial. Okay. Ladies, give thanks to Phyllis. Okay, I don't know what this. I guess they saying they including the women too. I don't know. Okay. Can you be drafted if you have bipolar disorder? I don't think so. This person said niggas want to be stepping. It's y'all time to shine. Now that was hilarious to me. I'm not gonna lie. That was funny. Okay. Okay. U.S. military age people are suddenly wondering if it was such a good idea to vote for Biden. Lord Jesus. I mean, full disclosure, I didn't vote in the last election, but I am going to be voting in this election. And, up until now, I thought I knew who I was voting for, but this is like some fucking reality TV show shit. This is like some real life Big Brother type shit that I have no clue who I'm voting for now. I don't. I have no clue who I'm voting for. I At first I was voting for as y'all if y'all didn't if y'all didn't know before, I was very clear that I wanted to vote for Jill Stein. But I don't know if she's still eligible to run for president, but I don't think that I'm gonna go with that decision anymore. And excuse me. And I'm not gonna lie, Jill Stein be acting kind of crazy. Like she be acting kind of crazy. And now that I know more about, the the Palestinians and all that stuff, like I ain't got nothing to do with that. So I'm just, just on nah. But I don't know who. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, and I'm not sure what to do at this point, but I feel like I need a lawyer. I don't know what this person's talking about. Okay. Some new facts about okay. Um I wanted to show y'all the transgender subreddit that I saw talking about this because I thought that was cool. Like, okay. But I feel like basically if you were born male, you still have to get drafted. I think that's how it goes. So, yeah. Yeah, what are y'all thoughts on this? This is crazy. I'm like wondering why I don't have any viewers ever, but I don't care. Anyway,